Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6, a 15-year-old student arrested following a social media message. The local high school threats that triggered an investigation. Plus, lawmakers get results on highway safety concerns. The new law bringing crash prevention measures to Highway 395's deadliest stretch. Also ahead, Perry Technical Institute builds for the future. The groundbreaking bringing Yakima students a step closer to state-of-the-art learning. And here is a live look outside from our SkyCam networks. A couple of clouds out there tonight. Hayden Nix is in for Stacy Lee on this First Alert Weather Day as ground saturation may lead to dangerous water levels. Your News at 6 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening. We hope that you are enjoying the first day of spring. Thank you for joining us here tonight. I'm Wendy Redman. Austin is off. Parts of the region may see increasing flooding concerns along the Yakima and Natchez River as we head into the weekend. On this First Alert Weather Day, we want to start right off the top with our very own Hayden Nix.
Hey Wendy, yes, we do have that First Alert Weather Day, and it's exclusive to the Natchez and Yakima rivers going into flood stage here. And I want to show you what the latest is on the Natchez River at Natchez. We are looking at a moderate flood stage or just below it. We're still in the minor flood stage, but we're going to see it peak over the next few hours and then start to slowly drop down into action stage, which is expected sometime Sunday afternoon. Now, of course, Natchez flows into the Yakima River, which is just updated to have a flood warning in effect for areas near Yakima, and then also the bend just around the Tri-Cities area. So we'll be watching that closely over the next several hours here and provide you the latest information on both of those as we continue to see rising water levels from all of the rainfall that's been occurring over the last several days due to that atmospheric river, which is also coming to an end over the next few hours as we start to segue to a different weather story going into this weekend and next week, which we'll talk more about coming up.
All right, Hayden, thanks so much. A Phoenix High School student is behind bars tonight after she was accused of threatening to harm students at the Kennewick school. Kennewick police say the arrest stems from a threatening message apparently made on social media yesterday. Officials say it caused one student to believe there could be violence at school the next day. That led to the arrest of the 15-year-old girl who is now in custody at the Benton County Juvenile Justice Center. KPD says it cannot give more context to the nature of the threats at this time.
We just want to remind people that if they see something, to please say something. In this situation, it was an alert student that noticed the comment. That student told their parent, and the parent called the police, and we were able to investigate it and get this suspect in custody within just a couple hours.
Out of an abundance of caution, police partnered with the Kennewick School District to provide extra security at the high school this morning. Governor Ferguson's office is searching for a new person to name to the Benton County Superior Court. Judge Diana Ruff handed in her resignation on January 23rd, and it will be effective on June 30th. The governor's office has finished collecting applications and will now begin taking a look at qualified candidates to fill her seat. Ruff was appointed to the court by Governor Jay Inslee in 2022 and won a 4-year term in 2024. The reason for the resignation was not announced. We reached out to the Superior Court yesterday to learn more, but as of this newscast, we still have not yet heard back. A dangerous stretch of Highway 395 that's claimed more than a dozen lives could soon see some major changes. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen was in Yakima at Pacific Northwest University, where Governor Bob Ferguson signed a new bill aimed at improving safety and preventing deadly crashes.
It's a roadway many in the Tri-Cities know all too well. A stretch of Highway 395 between Pasco and Mesa, where deadly crashes have become far too common. Now the state is stepping in. Friday in Yakima, Governor Bob Ferguson signed multiple bills, including Senate Bill 6066, creating crash prevention zones to reduce serious injuries and save lives.
Listen to the experts, right? And this is something that folks said would be helpful. And we know that stretch of highway, I think the numbers I saw were over the course of about a decade, 12 people lost their lives and many more injuries. And that's deeply alarming and a tragedy for each one of those situations.
The law allows high crash areas to be designated as prevention zones, bringing in extra enforcement and a required plan to address the danger. Traffic violations in those zones come with fines, and the money goes back into safety improvements.
To utilize the crash prevention zones to keep track of the fatalities, because in the future we obviously need some more permanent infrastructure to actually have an actual fix and not something temporary like this is.
Eastern Washington lawmakers pushed the bill, including Torres and Representative Mark Clicker, who says warning drivers and slowing speeds can prevent tragedies.
What was so important is we're trying to save lives. We can worry about some of the issues and slowing down or whatever, but if they can have that notification, we can save those lives. That's what's so important about this bill.
Franklin County Commissioner Stephen Bauman calls it needed, with funding aimed at longer-term solutions.
I was just really thankful. that while I recognize that this is not a long-term fix, that there was a stopgap measure that we could now use to slow traffic down, and for those that choose not to slow down and they get fined, that money can be used to help with a longer-term solution.
Highway 395 and State Route 12 at the Wallula Junction will be the pilot program through 2029 with possible expansion statewide. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Leaders say the crash prevention zone could be in place as soon as this summer. In local living tonight, a classic story comes to life on stage tonight in Richland.
I don't want to die.
No, not now. Your time's not now, but dying's part of the wheel. Good night.
The Academy of Children's Theater is opening Tuck Everlasting, a touching coming-of-age tale based on the novel by Natalie Babbitt. The show follows Winnie Foster, a young girl who runs away and discovers a family with an extraordinary secret: eternal life. But when a mysterious stranger arrives, Winnie must decide between living forever or embracing the natural cycle of life.
We chose Tuck Everlasting, honestly, because the students were really excited about the story. There is a musical in this play version as well, and we chose the play because we want to challenge our students with this kind of story that we have.
This is indeed my first lead. I was really starstruck from getting this role.
And I'm Winnie's grandma, and I'm really excited to be the grandma.
I play Angus Tuck. 87 years ago, we drank from the wrong stream, and now we don't age and don't die.
Tonight's show starts at 7 o'clock with additional performances running through March 29th. For a limited time, tickets are just $10 with the promo code TUCK10. Expansion is on the horizon for Yakima's Perry Technical Institute, which just broke ground on a new building project Thursday afternoon. Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz takes us to the site that's going to host the school's electrical technology program.
It's official. The Washington Fruit and Produce Technology Center is underway at Perry Tech. Construction for the new 42,000 square foot building is starting right behind me, and it's going to be home to 7 classrooms and 7 labs.
With today's electrification, it's neat that we are adding more solar technology. And it's great to see that new emerging technology is being infused into our program so we can better prepare our students for the workforce that they will ultimately be employed in.
The new home for the Institute's 2-year electric technology program will feature a rooftop solar lab, which Lamaquist says can help produce workers from a growing solar project just past Moxie. And with construction now underway, a journey is coming full circle for the school and one of its alum. The Institute is tapping Primary Electric, co-owned by graduate Derek Merrill, to do the electric work for the new center.
It means a lot. We're real proud to be able to work on the new upcoming building here for Perry Tech, especially with it being the electrical technology building. I graduated here in 2002, and for me to come back here and be able to help build and grow the future of Perry Tech's success it means a lot.
Lamaquist says he believes the $21 million expansion will help take Perry Tech to the next level and help create more opportunity in the Yakima Valley.
It's income mobility. You think of the opportunities that our graduates have with their incomes being able to increase after completing a program at Perry Tech, the sky's the limit.
Construction is expected to wrap up in June of 2027. Reporting from Yakima, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
The electrical technology program moving into the new center will also allow other programs to expand. Coming up next here on the news at 6, the partial government shutdown hits home at Tri-Cities Airport. How you can help TSA agents struggling to cover basic expenses while keeping travelers safe without paychecks. And Hayden is coming back with a look at your full First Alert weather forecast. He's talking about river flooding risks, where those are, and what you can expect in your neck of the woods as we head into the weekend on the other side of the break.
When looking at your meal, you must always make sure there's enough sauce for every single bite.
Share and share alike with the 20-piece Chicken McNuggets for only $6.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It's the verdict everyone's talking about.
Corey Richards, guilty.
And tonight, stunning, exclusive interviews you'll only see on 2020.
She was my best friend. Eric didn't deserve to die.
Tonight on ABC and stream on Disney Plus and Hulu.
You've got a Pepto predicament, Ace. You overdid it on the loaded fries. Undo it with Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto-Bismol.
How's that flu?
I got this. I don't got this.
You need DayQuil Intense Flu.
Power through your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. You do got this. DayQuil Intense Flu, the daytime coughing, aching fever, power through your flu medicine.
I have 2 options for you to take a look at. What do you think?
From design and products to removal and installation, we handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Fast removal, fast installation. Our remodels take only days, not weeks, so you can love your bathroom sooner. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Bring on the spring at the Honda Spring Event. Take the road trip you've been dreaming of with an efficient new Honda. Turn heads with unmistakable style and sport-tuned suspension. All from the 2025 Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a $219 per month lease on a 2026 Civic LX sedan.
You love the internet. But do you love your internet? Is your bundle a bundle of joy? Do you celebrate your contract's anniversary? No? You should meet Ziply Fiber. High-speed fiber optic internet means more freedom, more reliability, more speed on all your family's devices, all at the same time. Happily ever faster. Ziply Fiber. Love your internet. Get gig speed fiber internet for just $50 a month.
Yet another toothpaste that does not whiten. Girl, this one works.
Basic toothpaste stops at the top. Crest goes deeper to dissolve the bonds that hold stains to teeth for whiter teeth in one day. Crest.
The journey on Rocky Mountaineer has been incredible so far. It feels like you can reach out and touch the mountains, and I've never felt so taken care of. You really just have to be here.
Experience the Canadian Rockies by Luxury Rail. Rocky Mountaineer.
McDonald's is putting value back on the menu, which means make it a meal and save. Extra value meals are back. So now, get a sausage McMuffin with egg meal for $5.
Bruins Red Wings at 8, Saturday on ABC.
Tonight, how you can make a difference. Tri-Cities leaders are asking for help as TSA agents continue working without pay during the government shutdown. At Tri-Cities Airport in Pasco, 54 agents are still on the job, keeping travelers safe without a paycheck. Officials say many are struggling to cover basic expenses. The community is now being asked to donate gas, grocery, or cash gift cards to help support those workers and their families.
Whether you donate or not, at least be nice to them when you're flying out. Understand that they're working with no money, and this is the second time this has happened this year. The ability for these folks to continue to come to work every day and do their job and not get paid is just outstanding.
Donations can be dropped off at the airport and other locations across the Tri-Cities. To find out where else, just head on over to applevalleyNewsNow.com. A special moment today in rural Benton County as a local nonprofit honored veterans in a meaningful way. Apple Valley News Now was the only local media to be invited to the celebration. Here's Austin Reed.
Out in rural Benton County between Prosser and Grandview, a decade-long vision is continuing to grow.
And our whole mission is to empower and inspire veterans and their families to come out and build memories through shared outdoor experiences.
I first got a tour of the ranch back in 2024, and to say it has changed since then is an understatement.
So a friend of mine, him and I got together and we founded the Friends of Disabled Veterans.
The Veterans Ranch, created by the nonprofit Friends of Disabled Veterans, has been years in the making.
So we have 140 acres.
And on Friday morning, just after 11 a.m., this happened.
So today was a pretty landmark thing for us. This whole place, to get it up and running, we have to have a flagpole, right? We have to have a U.S. flag. And so it's been a long time coming to get a flag and the hole dug and the pole up. And we finally secured the pole in December, but the weather didn't cooperate.
Supporters gathered for a milestone moment.
Instead of 6 flagpoles for each branch of service, we do a basalt column. It's a sign of strength and support. So now we have the 6 columns, one for each branch of service.
What started as a small idea 10 years ago has become a place of connection and support for veterans all across the region, from the Tri-Cities all the way to the Yakima Valley.
We designed it in the middle of nowhere so that they could have the peace and tranquility to come out here and, just spend time with nature.
Organizers say the ranch is more than just land. It is a growing resource for those who have served, and they're not stopping here.
We have volunteer days where people can come out and contribute their hands. They don't have to have any money. Come out and help us pull some weeds, plant some plants, play on the archery range. We usually have a fun day once a month.
That was Austin Reed reporting. A number of sponsors also made today a reality, including Central Plateau Cleanup Company. As for what's next, a memorial garden and a playground for the families of veterans.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Hayden Nix.
Well, this atmospheric river is coming to an end, but the delayed effect of seeing the rivers, creeks, and streams rise in the area is still ongoing as we head into this weekend. In fact, the latest updates from the National Weather Service shows that they have included a few more flood alerts in effect for also the Natchez River, including areas of the Yakima River from near Yakima itself, and then Keona as well, and the bend going all the way into the Columbia River. All of this is in effect until 11 o'clock on Sunday as we start to see a lot of this loosening and lessening on its crest. And I'll show you where we are standing right now with the river level starting at Natchez. Near Natchez, we've got it just about where we're expecting it to crest, maybe a few more inches that'll rise, and then after that it starts to fall off this weekend with those levels holding just below moderate flood stage, and we do expect it to continue to scale down into the minor flood stage and then eventually into action stage as we head into early Monday morning. Now, for the Yakima River, we do expect, especially near Keona, it to continue to rise all the way up to just above 13.5 feet, which is in minor flood stage, but staying just below moderate flood stage, mind you, and that will be peaking around Sunday night into early Monday morning. So make sure to tune into any alerts and additional alerts that may be issued, and of course also mind those elevated water levels if you live near them. Now, as we continue on in the forecast, I said that the river, atmospheric river, is lessening here. We are still going to see a few isolated showers popping up in the valleys for this evening into the overnight hours, but that's all the moisture we're going to see left from this system as dry air continues to move in. And then we're going to see a gorgeous Saturday. So all the moisture should exit the area just before sunrise tomorrow morning, with a little bit of shower activity lingering around the blues, but that should be it. Then as we move into Sunday, a little bit more cloud cover moves back in, but we start to talk about our next weather story that will be moving in Tuesday and Wednesday. Now, this system is not going to be to the scale of the atmospheric river that we've had over the last few days, but we are monitoring it as we can see additional moisture coming back into the Cascades, but also not just rainfall. we could be seeing some moisture in the form of snow, which could increase some of those ski resort areas that are in need of a little bit more activity. Now, while this is taking place, I do want to zoom back out and show you what you're going to be hearing for national headlines on social media and the national news is record-breaking heat elsewhere. We're not going to be experiencing that up here, but we also are going to be dealing with our neighbors to the south and east with record-breaking readings of 100-degree plus, especially down in the Phoenix, Arizona area, 90-degree readings 2 months, almost 2 months ahead of schedule in a number of locations in the Southern Plains region. So definitely an unusual start to spring for much of the central U.S. Back to the top of the forecast tonight, those temperatures will drop down into the 40s. Your extended forecast is looking pretty gorgeous for the Tri-Cities area this weekend with low 60s in the forecast, temperatures just above freezing for both tomorrow and on Sunday mornings. The alert day for Yakima, don't forget about that tomorrow. As we're dealing with the rise in the river levels there, low and rain chances come back Tuesday and Wednesday. Ellensburg keeping those rain chances steady Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Chillier weather, but near normal values for this time of the year for this weekend with a low to mid 50s. 60 degrees for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday for Hermiston. Low and rain chances Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll just do a 40% chance of shower activity early tomorrow morning for Walla Walla. Drier for the majority of the day, 57 and sunny on Sunday. Back to the 60s by Tuesday.
All right, Hayden, thank you so much. Still ahead here on Apple Valley News Now live at 6. One of these things is not like the others at an airport gift shop. The discovery that's delighting travelers and captivating social media.
Yolks Exclusives. Original recipes crafted in-house every day by people who take fresh seriously and sold exclusively at Yolks Fresh Markets.
My skin's always so dry. Leggings it is.
Try Olay Hydrating Body Wash. It's the secret to lasting moisture. With 10 times the moisturizers to repair your skin barrier. Go from dry to visibly hydrated.
Love the skin you're in.
Olay Hydrating Body Wash and Lotion.
Just stress sweating through my third set of scrubs. Totally normal, very healthy. I'm sure it's not a sign of emotional unraveling.
You need new Secret Clinical Antiperspirant, STAT.
Secret gives 3 times more stress sweat protection.
Thanks. Got a bunch.
Secret, stay fresher under pressure.
Get this exceptional offer on a 2026 Cadillac Optiq. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
Bring on the spring at the Honda Spring Event. Take the road trip you've been dreaming of with an efficient new Honda. Turn heads with unmistakable style and sport-tuned suspension. All from the 2025 Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a $219 per month lease on a 2026 Civic LX sedan.
Even if your child has moderate to severe eczema, they can feel the flow, feel the breeze. And Dupixent helps them feel the heal. It helps calm a key source of inflammation under the skin that can cause eczema. Dupixent is the only biologic therapy approved to treat kids as young as 6 months for noticeably clearer skin and less itch. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Dupixent. Help heal their skin from within so they can stay ahead of eczema. Find an eczema specialist and ask about Dupixent today.
Yolks Exclusives. Original recipes crafted in-house every day by people who take fresh seriously and sold exclusively at Yolks Fresh Markets.
Time to check this out. Can you spot the imposter? Look closely here. Well, I think the imposter might be wiggling a little bit, so it's probably easier to tell in video, but that's what an Australian airport challenged followers to do, was to try to find the imposter. They posted on social media some video of a live possum found hiding among the plush animal toys in a gift shop in the terminal. The strange scene unfolded inside the airport and was shared online to the delight of social media users who couldn't get enough of this incognito cutie. The airport said the possum was safely collected and relocated. A traffic stop in New York State morphs into a chain reaction crash. Take a look at this video. Police in Westchester County pulled over a Mercedes on the New York State Thruway Sunday morning. While troopers were standing by the vehicle, a Chevy Suburban rear-ended the patrol car. It was then shoved into the Mercedes, which then struck a trooper. That officer was taken to the hospital with minor injuries and later released. The driver of the Suburban was taken to the same hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. No immediate word if the driver of the Suburban would face any charges. Still ahead here in our 6:30 half hour, hospice care remains underutilized in the Tri-Cities. Why officials say many patients wait too long to access life-changing services.
Crack it, Blue Jackets. Coverage begins at 2, Saturday on My Network TV. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. His forecasts detail the microclimates in our area. He loves the challenge of weather science and bringing accurate forecasts home to you. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. Only one station, Apple Valley News Now.
On your side.
On your period, sudden gushes happen. Say goodbye, gush fears. Always ultra thin. It's made with rapid dry technology that absorbs 3 times faster. Hello, cleaner, drier, fresher. Always gush ready.
Want to get more done with one sheet? Grab Bounty. While ordinary brands can't hold up, one sheet of Bounty keeps working even when wet. Can your paper towel do all that? Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Board-certified orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist, Dr. Tegan Goodell, is now caring for patients in Prosser and Walla Walla. Dr. Goodell provides advanced care in orthopedic surgery and sports medicine injuries, including surgery of the shoulder, elbow, knee, and ankle. Get back to doing what you love. Call Prosser Orthopedic Center at 509-786-5599 or visit prosserhealth.org. Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
These days, the world is moving faster than ever, but I like to say, not so fast when it comes to a progressive disease like chronic kidney disease. Jardiance is a little pill proven to slow the progression of CKD and reduce the risk of kidney failure, which can lead to dialysis.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Find the goodness of slow by saying, not so fast, CKD. Ask your doctor about Jardiance.
Bathfitter knows what you're looking for. The perfect style for your bath remodel with the look of tile you want. New textures, shapes, and styles. Works with your budget? Low maintenance. With no messy growth to clean. Quality and beauty that lasts, backed by a lifetime warranty. Sounds like Bathfitter's styles are your match. And with new designs, now there's even more to love. Time to set a date. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Yet another toothpaste that does not whiten. Girl, this one works.
Basic toothpaste stops at the top. Crest goes deeper to dissolve the bonds that hold stains to teeth for whiter teeth in one day. Crest.
A Kennewick neighborhood is threatened with a sex offender home.
I was just flabbergasted.
And residents are told there's nothing they can do.
It really speaks volumes on the lack of safety concerns that they have for our community.
But they fight back and win.
We stood united.
And Apple Valley News Now tells their story.
You were like a bloodhound on this. We wouldn't even found out about this if it wasn't for you and the guys at Apple Valley News.
Only one station on the story from the beginning. We're Apple Valley News Now.
On your side.
Coming up on Apple Valley News Now live at 6:30, Kennewick plans for the future to keep up with city growth. How city leaders are prioritizing emergency services as development continues to expand. Plus, a new option for law enforcement and emergency rooms open soon in Kennewick. The Recovery Center designed to take pressure off overcrowded crisis response systems. Your news at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
Thanks so much for staying with us here this evening. I'm Wendy Redman. Austin Reed is off. And we do begin this half hour with a check back in with meteorologist Hayden Nix here on this First Alert Weather Day. He is following the rising river levels that could impact residents and travelers alike along parts of the Yakima and Natchez River. So Hayden, what kind of conditions can people expect this weekend?
Yeah. Well, we're expecting everything to crest this weekend, so that's the biggest takeaway from all of this. Over the next 24 to 48 hours, we do anticipate a lot of the river levels to reach their peak point and then start to lessen back into action stage. We've got two rivers that we're watching, the Natchez, which we're going to talk about here, and I'll step out and show you. It's currently in the minor flood stage level, and it's expected to stay that way for the next, I'd say, 36 hours. We'll finally get back down into action stage by early Monday morning, but that's not the only river. You just mentioned Yakima as well, and I'll have those numbers in just a moment. But the National Weather Service did update this evening several flood warnings in effect along those rivers from the Natchez where it joins into the Yakima River. And also seeing a flood warning right there in the bend coming out of Keona, also going into the Columbia River. So those two locations are expected to see those flood action stage levels minor and possibly cresting just underneath moderate, especially for the Yakima River area. And we'll be watching that closely over the weekend as that frontal boundary marks the end of this line of excess moisture that's been falling in the Cascades. But we've got more that's expected next week. Of course, we're going to talk more about that a little bit later. Wendy?
All right, Hayden, thank you. We'll stay tuned for that. In the meantime, city leaders in Kennewick say several capital projects are moving forward as the city plans for continued growth with a major focus on expanding emergency services. Officials say while the city is working on several projects like improvements along Columbia Park, planning for City Hall, and exploring a replacement for the aging Kennewick Pool, one of the biggest priorities is building a new fire station in the fast-growing Southridge area. Leaders say the station would be off of Bob Olson Parkway and is needed to help keep up with increasing demand as more homes and developments are built in that part of the city. They say adding a station in Southridge would help reduce response times and improve coverage for both fire and medical calls.
We've been planning for that for a while now, so we're going to start the design process for that as well. It'll be off of Bob Olson Parkway.
City leaders say design work on the Southridge Fire Station is expected to begin soon as they plan for continued growth in the area. A local nonprofit is working to educate the Tri-Cities community about hospice care and why starting those conversations earlier can make a difference. Apple Valley News Now's William Albert spoke with leaders at Tri-Cities Chaplaincy about their mission.
Tri-Cities Chaplaincy has been serving the region for more than 50 years, providing hospice care and support to patients facing serious illness. Leaders say their work focuses on helping people live as comfortably as possible during the final stages of life. The organization is a Medicare-certified healthcare provider serving patients across Benton and Franklin counties, but officials say hospice is often underutilized or considered too late by those who need it most.
Hospice is a scary word that nobody wants to talk about until usually it's almost too late. We are required to provide physical, emotional, and spiritual care for our patients, and emotional and spiritual care for their loved ones. So there's a lot that goes into serving a patient when they have been diagnosed with a terminal illness.
Jackson says while many people associate the chaplaincy with its inpatient hospice house, the organization serves far beyond that single facility.
People think that Tri-Cities Chaplaincy Hospice is still only that 10-bed facility. And while that 10-bed inpatient unit is so important, in fact, we just completed a $3.5 million renovation and reopened in December. We also serve another 165 patients every day throughout Benton and Franklin counties, most of whom are wherever they call home.
As a healthcare provider, Jackson says the chaplaincy offers full-service care to meet a wide range of patient needs.
Since we're healthcare, we provide all of the medical care, the medication, as well as durable medical equipment, hospital bed, wheelchair if necessary, cane, commode, stuff like that. So we're very much full service, and we provide that supportive service for the patient.
But Jackson says one of the biggest challenges is that many patients come to the hospice too late to fully benefit from the care available.
About 50% of Medicare recipients that die utilize hospice. 50% is really low. The rest of the country is growing their hospice utilization. We are not. I'm grateful that in Benton and Franklin counties where we serve hospice, we're required to serve an entire county. We serve Benton County and Franklin County. Our numbers are higher than that state average. My hope is that we could get to 65, 70%.
Leaders say by encouraging earlier conversations about hospice care, more patients can take full advantage of the services focused on comfort, dignity, and quality of life. In Richland, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
Officials say having those conversations early can help families better prepare and ensure loved ones receive the full benefit of hospice care. In health news tonight, with just weeks to go before the Tri-Cities First Recovery Center opens its doors, Benton County is ramping up staffing and final preparations. The goal, create a no wrong door facility for people facing mental health and substance use crises. The Columbia Valley Center for Recovery in Kennewick is expected to begin a phased opening in May, eventually offering sobering, crisis stabilization, detox, and long-term treatment all under one roof. County leaders say the facility is designed to take pressure off emergency rooms and jails, giving law enforcement a new option when responding to people in crisis.
It's going to be a learning curve, and we're going to learn as we go, but I think Comprehensive is going to do a really great job because they are actively engaging in the community and spending that time forming those partnerships. So the hospitals, so the fire department, so they know what they can do.
Officials say the center will hold its grand opening in April and hope to expand services throughout the summer, with full capacity expected in the coming months. All right, time to talk sports tonight. Parents in Prosser are raising money to help build a new youth baseball field. Jake Gable stepped up to the plate to learn why a new field is necessary.
This is the current home of Prosser Youth Baseball. If you can't find the baseball diamond, that's because there isn't one.
So it all started out of need. So we are the only city in our league that does not have a city park.
With the league growing to over 100 kids, Prosser Youth Baseball didn't think sharing a field with the middle school would be a viable option anymore, with 4 teams needing to share that one field.
So we found this field, which hadn't been used for a while, as you can see, and thought if we kind of just put a little bit of time, money, and work into it, we could get it going for the majors teams.
For right now, Prosser Youth Baseball is only using this field for practices, mainly because they don't feel safe having children use it for games, and there's only one dugout for teams to sit in when they're not fielding.
It's really lumpy, as you can see, where the bases used to be, they're elevated. Everything kind of seems to go at a certain degree or a slant, and then when we head to home plate, it dies off extremely. So it's a hazard for the kids to be running on it, first of all, and then the ball is going to be completely unpredictable.
After attending city council meetings in search for a new field, a committee was put together including a council member and some concerned parents. Now they are searching for ways to fund the renovation of the field.
Bulk of the money is going to go to completely grading and leveling the land, and then from there we need to buy some additional equipment for maintenance.
Some additional work to be done includes fixing the broken backstop, currently kept together with zip ties. And if extra funds are raised, they would like to build an outfield fence. But for now, this is where the kids will practice and continue to have to play a majority of their games on the road. In Prosser, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
Last year, teams only got to play 3 of their 12 games at their home field due to time conflicts. Along with other fundraising efforts, they also have set up a GoFundMe. You can find the link on applevalleynewsnow.com. Still ahead, we remember a 6-time world karate champion who became an action star, known for his affectionate fan-generated memes playing into his rugged reputation. Then Hayden Nix returns with a look at your full First Alert weather forecast. What can you expect this weekend in your area? Find out after this.
Bruins Red Wings at 8, Saturday on ABC.
It's the verdict everyone's talking about.
Corey Richards guilty.
And tonight, stunning, exclusive interviews you'll only see on 2020.
She was my best friend. Eric didn't deserve to die.
Tonight on ABC and stream on Disney Plus and Hulu.
So what do you think about these?
Yeah, we're gonna take...
From design and products to removal and installation, we handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Don't relocate, renovate. As your needs change, update your bathroom with aging and accessibility solutions designed to keep the space safe and stylish. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Man, I love this place. But when my dry AMD progressed to geographic atrophy, or GA, I was worried I'd be seeing less of it. My retina specialist told me that Izervay protects healthy retinal cells longer and is proven to slow GA.
Slow it down, get GA going slower.
Which could help me see what I love for longer.
Izervay, get GA going slower.
Izervay is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam.
With Izervay, I'm taking action to slow my GA, and seeing him out there means everything to me.
Ask your retina specialist how you could help preserve your vision longer with Izervay.
We are the Dillos. We are from Northern Kentucky. Being out in a rural area, coverage is pretty hit and miss with other carriers, so switching to T-Mobile solved a lot of problems that we had.
I'm able to use T-Satellite now. We've got coverage no matter where we're at.
America's best network meets off-the-grid satellite coverage with T-Satellite. And now switch to T-Mobile and get free phones for $0 down. Plus 4 lines for only $25 per month per line.
Better service, better price, win-win.
Get this exceptional offer on a 2026 Cadillac Optic. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
You've got a Pepto predicament, Ace. You overdid it on the loaded fries. Undo it with Pepto-Bismol. When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto-Bismol.
How's that flu?
I got this. I don't got this.
You need Dayquil Intense Flu.
Power through your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. You do got this. Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching fever, power through your flu medicine.
One of Hollywood's favorite action heroes has died. Chuck Norris was 86 years old. His family made the announcement on social media today, a day after he reportedly suffered an unspecified medical emergency in Hawaii. The martial artist enjoyed a long career in film and television, followed by viral fame on the internet. His major breakthrough came in 1972 when he played an opponent to Bruce Lee in the movie The Way of the Dragon. That paved the way for Norris to develop his tough guy image that he continued in the Missing in Action and Delta Force films. In the 1990s, he moved to the small screen, starring in Walker, Texas Ranger. From action hero to superhero, the Spider-Man brand new day trailer now holds the record for the most online views in a 24-hour period. It earned almost 719 million clicks in just one day. That's just shy of doubling the previous record that Deadpool and Wolverine held. Tom Holland plays Spider-Man in the new film, with Zendaya reprising her role as MJ. Making national news, so-called forever chemicals may be harming adolescent bone health. That's according to a study published this week in the Journal of Endocrine Society. These chemicals, known as PFAS, don't break down in the environment. Researchers tracked more than 200 children from birth, measuring chemical levels over time and testing bone density at age 12. They found kids with higher levels of certain PFAS tended to have lower bone strength in their early teens. Experts say that could mean some children aren't reaching their full bone building potential, which raises the risk of fractures and even osteoporosis later on in life. New studies show marijuana does not relieve common mental health problems like anxiety, depression, or post-traumatic stress disorder. Researchers in Australia analyzed dozens of controlled trials published between 1980 and last year. The author of one of the two studies also said marijuana did not improve other mental health conditions such as anorexia nervosa, bipolar disorder, obsessive-compulsive disorder, or schizophrenia. However, experts say the use of medical and recreational marijuana for mental health is growing.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Hayden Nix.
Well, let's get to these flood alerts here. Just a final reminder before we wrap up this evening, we do have multiple flood alerts along the Natchez and also Yakima River because of all the rainfall that's been occurring in the Cascades. Now, the flood alerts are all the way through Sunday evening, and when they do conclude, we should see a lot of our current creeks and streams lessening back into normal values, but you can see all the way back up to the Yakima area, that's the Natchez and Yakima River, and then the Yakima River there from Keona all the way into the Columbia River for that matter. But all of this is going to be coming to an end this weekend, as I mentioned, all thanks to the atmospheric river that has been over the Pacific Northwest over the last several days, finally shifting eastward. So the river levels for the Natchez here at Natchez, we're going to be seeing peaking right now and over the next 12 hours or so, and then starting to lessen. So it's not expected to increase any higher than the minor flood stage level and should continue to drop back into action stage sometime early Monday morning. Now the Yakima River at Keona is going to be cresting just below moderate flood stage. As you can see, that will be peaking around 13.71 feet, almost into right at 14. That just got adjusted there, but that'll happen around Monday morning and then start to taper off as we head into next week. But we're not done with the concern of excess rainfall coming back into the forecast. We've got more of that going into next week, which we're going to talk about right now. So there's the front that helps conclude the journey of this atmospheric river, but we are going to see more coming our way as we head into next week. So Futurecast Satellite and Radar is going to show you how the rest of this is going to play out this evening. We could see a resurgence of activity as far as rainfall is concerned for the valleys later tonight. It will wrap up around sunrise or just a little bit after tomorrow morning, and they should see the last remaining parts of it in the blues, and then that's it. Beautiful weather for the rest of Saturday, and then we'll add a little bit more cloud cover back on Sunday. Now, as we venture into Monday and Tuesday, we'll start to see changes coming back in as another low starts to work its way inward towards the coast of Washington. And when we do see that take place, we'll start to see more cloud cover building in, and then here comes the moisture, and that starts on Tuesday, lasting into Wednesday, possibly Thursday. But temperatures at this juncture could also be cold enough that we have at least a little bit of some snow occurring in the higher elevations, and we'll be monitoring that as well. But we should see a lot of this continue on into Wednesday before wrapping it up towards the end of the week. So as far as your ski report is concerned, maybe we'll see a little bit to help here because we are losing some snow depth at Schweitzer. There went from in the 20s down to 19 inches, not helping much with with the warm weather that we've had. And then for Bluewood, 27 inches the base dip, 39 degrees for tomorrow. White Pass, beautiful weather for tomorrow, 35 degrees, still holding at 54 inches and winds out of the west at 11 miles per hour. But there is no snowfall forecast, at least over the weekend. But I am seeing, at least for Tuesday and Wednesday, some additions being possible, so we'll have to see how that continues to play out. Back to the top of the forecast for tonight, those readings will be back down into the 40s, and then normal high temperatures are close to it for this weekend. Of course, we'll have one last look at those coming up.
Thanks so much, Hayden. Also coming up, new numbers reveal America's most popular dog breeds. Find out who's the leader of the pack after this.
Bring on the spring at the Honda Spring Event. Honda vehicles are built for exploring, with available features like all-terrain tires, off-road tuned suspension, and Trail Watch. All from the 2025 Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a 2.49% APR on a 2026 CR-V.
These are Apple Valley News Now cruisers, and they go where news happens.
Reporting live here in downtown Richland.
In Yakima.
From Kennewick.
One television station leads the way with local news you trust.
We're Apple Valley News Now, and we're on your side.
Always on your side.
The journey on Rocky Mountaineer has been incredible so far. It feels like you can reach out and touch the mountains, and I've never felt so taken care of. You really just have to be here.
Experience the Canadian Rockies by Luxury Rail. Rocky Mountaineer.
The little pill with a big story to tell.
Jardiance plays a role in my story, too. I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well with Jardiance, a once-daily pill that helps lower my A1C. It works 24/7 in the body to flush out some sugar.
And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death, too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardiance is a little pill with a big story to tell. And if you ask me, it's pretty swell. Action!
I'm a real wild one. Once in a while, we all want to go wild. We just need a little help. Meet a little help. The Ford Bronco Sport goes over any terrain, so you can go all out. Get a wild deal on a Bronco Sport today. Get a 2025 Bronco Sport Big Bend 4x4 starting at $28,800, plus a 2-year limited maintenance plan. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Injured in a car crash? The insurance company can sure make you feel small, and their offer makes you feel even smaller. Call me, attorney Mariano Morales. When you choose the heavy hitter, you get big help and big results. Does that insurance company make you feel small? Tell them you got the heavy hitter and watch how big you feel. Injured in a car wreck? Big thanks. Get big help. Call me.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Crack it. Blue Jackets. Coverage begins at 2, Saturday on My Network TV.
Time now for what's trending. French Bulldogs appear to be the most popular purebreds in the United States. The American Kennel Club says that's based on the registrations it received last year. Labrador Retrievers are second on the list. They're former top dogs who led the pack from the 90s to 2022. Golden Retrievers are in that number 3 spot. The American Kennel Club keeps track of more than 200 breeds, but look at all those cuties on the screen. Aw. Well, this year's class of inductees into the Country Music Hall of Fame were revealed today. The newest members elected are Tim McGraw, Paul Overstreet, and the Stanley Brothers. McGraw will be inducted into the Modern Era Artist category. Overstreet is being inducted into the Songwriter category, and the Stanley Brothers are being inducted into the Veterans Era Artist category, which honors artists that came to musical prominence before 1980. The new members will be inducted in a ceremony October 18th. All right, when we return, Hayden's coming back with a final check of your forecast, along with your 7-day and reason to smile as we leave you with this live look at the sunset from Pasco.
That's it, Stan Mangle.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because we're as committed to protecting your dreams as you are to taking care of them and teaching the next generation.
Looking good.
Bundle home and auto and save up to 40%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Struggling with digestive issues? At Prosser Digestive Health Motility Center, board-certified gastroenterologist Dr. Amber Sharon helps uncover real answers close to home. Advanced testing services include anorectal manometry and drug-free biofeedback for chronic constipation and bloating, Bravo pH testing for heartburn, and esophageal manometry to diagnose swallowing problems. Restore your quality of life. Talk to your primary care provider or gastroenterologist about a referral, or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
So I interviewed this guy a couple of months ago on my podcast. His name is Clint Romesha, and he was awarded the Medal of Honor for his actions in Afghanistan. His story is unbelievable. His book, Red Platoon, amazing. Now, I met Clint through my friends over at Pure Talk. Yeah, this is a commercial for Pure Talk, but relax, it'll be over in seconds, and you might even like it. As you can see, I switched to Pure Talk not long ago from Verizon, partly because I was sick of Verizon, and partly because I wanted to be on the nation's most dependable 5G network and save a whole bunch of money, but mostly because of Clint. I wanted to be in business with a wireless company who actually stands for something, and I love what Pure Talk is doing for our vets. I love the way they support America's Warrior Partnership. So to sum up, get to know Clint Romesha on my podcast, check out his terrific book, Red Platoon, and then switch to a wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
Visit Fred's Appliance today and explore unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in the region. Upgrade your kitchen with the spacious LG refrigerator with its innovative cooling technology and generous storage capacity. Keep your food fresher for longer while enjoying the modern design that complements any kitchen decor. The Smart ThinQ technology allows you to control and diagnose your refrigerator from your smartphone. At Fred's, we sell appliances. Only appliances.
My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms kept me out of the picture. With Skyrizi, feel significant symptom relief at 4 weeks. Many people were in remission at 12 weeks, at 1 year, and even at 4 years.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi.
Bruins Red Wings at 8, Saturday on ABC.
Let's get one last look at those 7-day forecasts here, starting with the Tri-Cities area. We do expect a beautiful weekend ahead with those temperatures in the 60s for the next several days. Yakima will have that alert day because of the rising water levels along the Yakima River and the Natchez River. And then we'll introduce those rain chances back there for Tuesday and Wednesday for the majority of the area just east of the Cascades there. Ellensburg also seeing a witness to that. Then Hermiston, 60s this weekend. We'll go back up to 65 on Tuesday, but we're keeping those temperatures pretty steady there. We'll be in the upper 50s Saturday for Walla Walla with rain chances early in the morning.
All right, Hayden, thank you so much. If we could go back to that reason to smile, possibly. I don't know if we might have lost it, but that'll do it for us. We'll see you back here at 11.